Tunnel West. I'm having an outer world adventure. Oof, a little bit of slow down there. I'm just going to jump that off. Jump that off. Then talk to Edna again.
Oh, it's you. What do you need? There's still time to send a message if we make it quick.
Is that what you do for the Groundbreaker? Relay messages?
Well, yeah. The comm center routes all messages within, to, and from the Groundbreaker. We also switchboard most of the message traffic throughout the Halcyon system. Of course, we're about to go dead, so I may be reappropriated to Architect Knows Where doing Law Knows What soon enough.
Why are you about to lose comm capabilities?
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That signal's part of how Groundbreaker stays autonomous and independent. Much as I'd love to hear fewer corporate jingles, this would be bad.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Sounds like it's time to get the auxiliary station back online.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
What? I could check out the relay. No need for an official sign-off in that case.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time. Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
You just let messages from Earth sit in memory on an orbital relay?
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
I'm off. Okay, we've got an extra quest. Okay, one last thing. Not that way, John. One last thing. God, look how fast I run.
Purpleberry Bud. Soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purpleberry flavored center. Suck it, chew it, you can do it.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off.
Does this have anything to do with your carnal understanding? Probably shouldn't say that.
He tell you that, did he? I might have kicked his ass from one end of the Groundbreaker to the other a few years back. Whatever he reads into that is his business.
That ain't how McRed put it. Something obviously happened between you two. Of course, he might have been chewing mushrooms at the time.
Don't think too hard on it, Felix. Seriously, don't.
Forget about the bounty for now. I want to talk to you about something else.
Have at it then.
Say, I did have an incident to report.
Assuming the nature of the incident is both sufficient cause for infraction and under our jurisdiction, I'll take your statement and open an investigation into the matter. Now then, what's happened?
My friend Felix here slapped his foreman with a tossball stick.
Come on, boss, I told you. He was slandering my rangers.
You finally did it, huh? Good for you. Been a long time coming. You done hauling crates then?
My box hauling days are officially behind me. Say hello to Felix Millstone, spacer extraordinaire.
Yep, welcome aboard and all that.
No takebacks. He's yours now.
Yep, we're stuck with each other. Like tumors on a cysty pig.
Now then, did you have anything else to report?
Nothing at this time.
Bit of a contradictory one, ain't you? Or were you making an ill-attempted joke? Well, I suppose it ain't a crime to change one's mind. You need me, you know where my offices are. Still waiting to hear back.
Captain McRed is completely dead. Here's his lucky lighter as proof. Line 1.
Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
Okay, I'll be on my way. Oh, hang on. Records. Arrivals. Clear freighter hauling turbocorn. Dues paid. Reserve freighter hauling purpleberry. Everything. Possibly sublight. Freelancer. Possibly sublight. Freelancer. Unreliable. Business unknown. Pounded Hawthorne ship, but not Hawthorne. Wonder what happened there. Departure. Sublight. Freelancer. None. Deadbeat. At the resting goes. Insisted once again that he's part of the crew, but they acted like they didn't know him. Business choice. Okay, return to route. Messages. These conditions. This is a joke, right? I'm forwarding this around the station and no one thinks you're real. And if you are, welcome to the Groundbreaker, asshole. Dissatisfied user 70. Aren't fist-foot sissy pigs. You honestly expect me to share a berth with some junkie flown by a freelancer? I'm a company man and I demand company accommodations. Auntie Claire would give you such a withering glare if she saw how you treated her 2-time employee of the month. Yes, that's me. You signed a social contract when you gave me the clearance to land. I ask for what is mine by right: room to breathe, a heated berth so I can walk around barefoot, and a service with a smile. You've given me one of those 3. I'll give you until I hit send to rectify this error. Harassment. This is a wildcat. Don't bother, we're on our way. Hey, I landed 15 minutes ago and this crazy guy with no shoes has been throwing shit at my rig. Like actual shit. Can I open fire or what? Ah. That's quite funny. I also like that they asked permission to open fire.
You see we had a conveyor puller?
Okay, where to go? We have lots of choices. Yeah, I put a green thing around it. Grip. Also, when it's cold, it means my hand doesn't get cold. And I think it looks neat on the green screen. Should wear a green t-shirt, shouldn't I? Be a floating head. I did used to try and put a thing on my chair, but it wasn't quite the right colour. And I got a more expensive chair. This is a really good chair as well. Although I did spend one episode back, just like, when it's not in the correct position, like, I know it, but I can't quite tell what's wrong. And it just takes me to get used to it again. But it's really nice. I work in an office, so... You've acquired PD.
Where are we headed today, Captain? The stars are the limit.
You say that. Okay, let's have a look at our journal. Hang on, haven't a couple of people leveled up? Yes, they have. I mean, I'm just going to do this. You know what? I probably should have looked into them. Combat dialogue effect duration. Okay, we got lots in space. Roseway. That's expensive. That's also really expensive. Hang on. I'm going to talk to Gladys, actually. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take those 2 because they'll be useful for Gladys. Sorry about this. I can't remember what Gladys wants. Let's make sure my hair doesn't look stupid. That wasn't my hair. That was. Oh, it is my hair. Okay, cool. Very tempted to take that off screen. Kind of wish I didn't do that. Oh, is this from Monarch? This is in the top right there. Ah! That was my phone, wasn't it? I've got a friend playing this at the same time.
Slap your whole family tonight.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do.
Okay, Roseway.
Yes, dear. Which offer were you interested in? Suit your...
Sorry about
anytime.
that. Okay. I'm not near the hostiles. What the hell? Okay, cool. So I might just go to the random flying stuff. I think that seems like an interesting idea. Maybe just one of them.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I...
I'd like to continue our conversation from before.
Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind?
We don't need to discuss Alex directly, but I was wondering how he improved your design.
Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning.
Where did you come from originally?
The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
That's all for now. Let's go to the relay. Let's accept. She's a doctor, isn't she? I'll take Felix, I guess. Yeah, I took an engineer because I thought this might be an engineering related thing. Where is Rosewater?
Who's living in a relay station all the way out here?
Captain, this place is supposed to be empty, yeah? 'Cause I got the clearest feeling.
Right, we'll follow the right wall. We'll come back to that. Security auto-mechanical manual. The instructions printed on this manual have been covered by the mostly illegible scrawl. Entire paragraphs are crossed out with frantic lines dark ink. In some places the pages are torn through from the force of whatever wielded the pen. One section describing the correct procedures for setting automechanicals as a proper charging schedule is mostly untouched. Random letters within the text are circles as though the owner was trying to discover some hidden messages within. That's Roseway. So that's another reason to do Roseway. That's Monarch. Scylla, Orbital Lab. Okay, science weapon on Groundbreaker. I went to Gladys's shop. This is what I'm doing right now. Roseway. Monarch. So where Roseway's in Terra 2, so we'll do Roseway afterwards. That's Monarch. Can't do the yet. Scylla. Okay. Cool. Frey's journal, a beautiful dream. Last night I dreamed and it was beautiful. The streets of Byzantium were decorated with crimson streamers that laughed in the breeze. They asked me to take them, to give them to my special ones. I gathered the crimson in my arms and felt so alive, so happy. I turned and Delilah was beside me. I did not question why my supervisor was there. Her eyes were so full of emotions. I know she feels, but dares not to show at work. I wrapped her neck in crimson, tying it as tight as a scarf on a cold day. So beautiful. Then the crimson on her neck opened as a second mouth and began screaming. Screaming! When I awoke, I was scared. The dreams are so real now. This time I recognized her face. I had to leave work early today. Every time I looked at Delilah, I heard a whisper in my mind about how beautiful she would look, with a touch of crimson on her neck. A neck. This must stop. This is not who I am. This is not who I will become. I must find help. Oh dear.
All right, hushing up.
Everyone all right?
Nice trick you pulled there. Frey's journal, escape. I had to start a new journal. I cannot read my previous entries without the whispers tempting me. The whispers do not stop. Every person I see, the whispers tell me to help. Help. Help them. They show me the pain and the longing hiding in their eyes. They tell me how these people want, no, need the gifts I can give. All it would take is a few moments with a blade. A bright, bright, bright fountain of crimson to delight the eyes, and all their pain would be gone. I could do it. I know how to help them. It gets harder and harder to stop myself. I saw a friend today, an old friend from school, who's now a doctor for Auntie Cleo. I told him about my dreams. Nothing outright. Oh no, I'm not so foolish as that. I told him it was an old book I found and described my dreams and whispers as happening to a character in a book. I asked how he'd helped this character. He looked at me, and he knew. The whispers told me to end his pain, and he'd tell. I got up and left quickly. I did not hurt him. Not. I'd have to leave Byzantium. He will tell, and they'll come for me and lock me away. I must find a secret place, a place I can be alone, a place with no whispers. Seems like a nice fella. Or lady, I can't tell. Right. Person. Should have just went with the word person. Would have. And it burns. Don't ask me why I'm singing the Ring of Fire. Even the Jeffries tubes.
Sis.
Somewhat disappointed in you guys. I might need stronger stuff. Or, I don't know, this a crazy idea. These food buffs. Why not try some? Like, I don't even know how to get to them. The Whispers have a source, and I have found it. I have taken refuge on an orbital relay station. It is smaller than a worker's hovel, barely a few thousand square meters, but sufficient for my needs. I was able to flee Byzantium with enough bits to purchase supplies for to last for decades. It was strange being among the common people on the Groundbreaker. The Whispers barely stirred at the sight of their ill-fed, scarred, and unwashed bodies. If only there were fewer freighters docking there, bringing real people from Byzantium, I could almost have made a home free of the temptation. Free. As I made this place livable, or as much as it can be, I started hearing the whispers from the relay terminal. They told me to listen to the voices travelling through the ether to reach me, calling out to me to help them, alone, lonely, needing my help. I found a way to power down the transmitter. No more voices in the ether, and no more whispers. They fell silent. That was not me. It's not. I am not this foul thing that I feared for so long. It was the voices in the ether trying to make me hurt others. But I was stronger than they, and I have defeated them. Them. I've already begun making plans to return to my home. Now that the Whispers are defeated, I can resume my life again, and I can't wait to return. I miss my family and co-workers so much, especially Delilah. Yay, I got a model spaceship. I got one of you guys. Oh, Borns. You know, it's not much. You kidding, John? He uses 45, that's loads.
Hey, boss! Watch this!
Okay. I hope I'm not that far away. I suddenly don't feel so strong anymore. Ooh, a spaceship. Huh, I've got one of those.
Processing data. Searching for another.
Incoming!
Okay, that was eventful. Okay, so that gun is not very good against those things. I need a heavier gun. We know now. This is why we don't paint our knock doors.
Oh, gosh. He's dead, ain't he?
Yeah, he's long gone.
I was so wrong. Wrong. The whispers did not stop. Not. They have returned. They howl at me, demanding I return home and bathe the streets in crimson. Bright crimson. Beautiful crimson. I can think of only one way to end this. End. Forgive me, Delilah. Activate relay transmitter. Okay, the synced power test stable. 26 of 28 arrays are operational. Pins being received. Untransmitted messages detected in memory cache. Messages will be downloaded to physical storage system. Copy complete. All stored messages have been successfully transferred to storage device. Awesome. Let's go back to the Groundbreaker. That was nice. So really, we were still on a Groundbreaker mission, but so it wasn't quite done. But yeah, little side quest.
Please would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship? The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark. Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
I like the hair on that bottom robot there. I'm guessing it's a Roman thing because of the get-up from that top robot. It's got Burbage 2000 and Burbage 3000. Ah. Might have been quicker to run.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly.
Is your data backup?
Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Wait. Level 11. Oh, my effective bonus support persuade. Oh, it's very nice. I'm a very, very persuasive guy. That'll do.
Felix Millstone. Nice to see you out of docking bay. Keeping your nose clean?
Yes, ma'am. Been at least a couple weeks since my last nose-related incident.
Uh-huh. I'm glad to see you in a captain's custody. Just try not to steal any critical parts from my ship.
A sense of history here.
It's possible I got caught lifting some spare parts a couple years back, but it was only just that one time. Honest.
I'd tell you to stay out of trouble, but I know you'll find it anyway. Whatever you do, just make sure I don't find out.
Okay. So, we've got 10 minutes left in the episode. We could go to, it probably won't let me, actually.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
We could go to Phineas's lab.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Grazie, Ada. Let's bring the vicar. And the pirate? No, the pirate. Negotiate with Sprats for territory. Stall Sisty Pig slurry catchment? What? 12 powers energy field. Whitening fuse.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's interesting that we can visit him. I'm hoping we can get quests off him.
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Hack 25 bypass. It's S... to Blythe. H. Blythe. Sending no response, sending no response. Original message appended. Worked out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary material should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped new associate Dirtside Terra 2 near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. Critics agree the terminals built by Enter Company here are the best terminals. Who are you sending this to?
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
I mean, if you will put yourself behind a wall. Joch Weapons R&D Department Science Weapons. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapons damage and the strength of their effects both increases. Your science skill is increased.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Or not Bubbles. Bubbles seems like a sweet pig. I've got a science weapon. Okay, we... Hang on, I've got all these bloody weapons. Plasma rifle. It says it's only 95. Hang on. No, because it's been my most useful thing. I don't think I've ever used this plasma cutter though. Reminder, obscure body in the SK system. Poster? No poster? Off. No poster? No, that definitely is. Mind the seal leaks. Never use this pod.
You know that escape pod has a 12% risk of catastrophic failure.
I think that's everything. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but this technology of little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in similar chambers, waiting for you to restore them.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Ah, your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Raising core temperature another 5C over 1 hour. Dosage appears to be working. Slight diffs from process in city pigs. Not beyond expected boundaries. Microscopic assessment shows no sign of sudden traumatic mass cell wall damage. Encouraging. Reminder, there's still need to still mop up pig. Need to get a view into the cranium to see what's going on with neurons. Oops, hand slipped. Likely effects? Nothing important. May have numbness in left heel. Who even needs that? Looking at sample. Evidence of hyperactive production of dopamine and that word there. That word. Curious, no evidence of entropic effects on neurons, however. Very excited now, if only I can keep them from exploding. Raising core temperature another 5C, 1 hour. Oops, I forgot how to probe the brain. The brain jostled with elbow. Subject may suffer numbness in right earlobe. Acceptable. Feel ridiculous telling mostly frozen slab of meat. You're doing fine, Fensefric. Practicing bedside manner important. Aids recovery. Curious about that neurochemical production. Side effect of prolonged hibernation. Subject may experience tachycardia. Exaggerated flight or fight response. Detect brainwave. Found sharp uptick in perceptive cognitive processing when I jostled the probe. Fascinating. Equivalent to speed of common fly's brain. Could be useful in stressful situations. Subjective time dilation. See world moving in slow motion. Would everyone from Hope have this sort of brain damage? Or is it particular to Fensefric? Can't wait to awaken more from Hope. Study in detail. Is it even right to call this effect brain damage? Seems like an enhancement to me. Who wouldn't want on-the-call hyper-fast cognitive response? Am I envious? To expand the span of a breadth to an eternity. To be able to just for a moment to perceive the world in all its infinite detail. Core temp up. Still stable. No sign of cell wall decay. Neurological necrosis. Beginning next 5C over the 1 hour cycle. Yes, I believe I do envy you, Fensefric. Okay. I can calculate the movement of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of men. Newton. Experimental notes. Log 1173. Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tinctures of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death very respectable 6%. Bad news. Difficult to acquire. Limited quantities of compound, likely produced by Auntie Cleo. Recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. Okay, artificial status successfully induced in the cystic pig specimen. Revivification complicated. Cystic pig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nuclearization. Attempting treatment. Treatment progressing. There are times attached to these. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. Explosive cell death. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of cystic pig from laboratory floor walls. Equipment. Fresh out of Auntie Cleo's, experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces of Spacer's Choice. Atrocious. Felt part of the self-dye on the inside. Add Spacer's Choice to the list. Note to self, buy more mouthwash. Cystic pig notes. Having spared one of my stock of experimental cystic pigs to be used as a renewable source of nourishment, I've named this lucky pig Bubbles. Giving an animal a name establishes rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavour of tumours. Must look into that. Excellent creatures, cystic pigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcelain succulent. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumours that ripen naturally, falling off the flesh like mock apples off a tree. Seemed like the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. Personal files. Act 25. Welcome, Phineas Wells. I've procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his services. I'm presenting my new accomplice down to the Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Lord willing, he isn't a total buffoon. Okay. We'll chat on the start of the next episode. I've been John Proxy and John of the West. I've been having Outer Worlds adventure, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.